Hey everyone, welcome along to FBP Live episode number 5. I'm Chantal, host of the Fitness Business Podcast, where every single week we bring you an expert guest to help you become a more successful and profitable fitness business owner, manager, and fitness professional. Thank you so much for jumping on and joining me today. Good morning, JT in Sydney. So guys, as I mentioned to you in our last broadcast, I'm a long way from home at the moment. I'm sitting in Providence in Rhode Island. So I thought we'd start off the show and maybe you can let me know where you guys are at today. Where are you watching the show, whether it's live or whether you are watching as a recording later on? Write it in the show notes below and let me know where you are. So guys, you're probably wondering about my hat that I'm wearing today. So we have got our club industry meetup, which is happening this week. So if you listen to the show or if you follow our social media, chances are you know all about our FBP family meetup events. Just in case you haven't registered and you are planning on coming along to Club Industry this week, then make sure you jump over to the website at fitnessbusinesspodcast.com and you can still register for the event. It's happening this Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. It's bright and early. We're going to take a 45-minute walk around Millennium Park, and it's a really awesome networking opportunity. It's an active networking event and we would love for you to come along, and I would love to meet as many of you as possible. Now, if you can't make it to Club Industry, then we've got our next FBP family meetup happening in November. It's not that far away. Morning, Carly, bright and early for you. So in November 25th at FitX is our next meetup event that's happening. So you can check out the details for that also on the website at fitnessbusinesspodcast.com. So either I would love to see you guys in Chicago for the FBP family meetup or in New Zealand at the end of November. So there's lots of opportunities to catch up. Now, since I've been here in the US, I have kind of been head down working on Podtober. Now, if you don't know what Podtober is, or if you're new to the show, let me tell you all about Podtober. So basically, have you ever had one of those conversations with someone where you're a podcast listener and you want to tell people about how awesome podcasts are and how much information you get from them, but when you're kind of telling them about it, they give you a bit of a blank look? They kind of give you don't really get podcasts and I don't really understand what you're talking about? Well, maybe give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. So Podtober is all about raising the awareness of podcasts as a fantastic source of information, education, and inspiration. So what that means is right throughout the month of October, which we've renamed Podtober, morning Maddie or afternoon to you, we're bringing you heaps of resources, heaps of amazing guests that basically are going to help enhance your career and also help you share the word on the benefits that you get from listening to podcasts. So a couple of guests that we've got coming up during the month, the amazing Rick Caro is coming up this week. Next week I should say. We've got Derek Gallup, chairman of IHRSA, coming up. We've got Jessica Matthews, the 2017 Idea Fitness Instructor of the Year award winner. So an amazing lineup of guests on the way for Podtober this year. So you'll see a whole lot of information coming out. Yeah, thanks Maddie. I like my hat too. If you were coming on Wednesday morning, you might have been able to get your hands on one of these hats, but I don't think there'll be any left over. So guys, so just keep an ear out and an eye out throughout the month of Podtober for a whole lot of information that's coming your way, and as I said, an amazing lineup of guests. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about today while we were on the live chat is the show that I did recently with Amanda Vogel. It was show 127, and she came on to talk to us about guest blogging. So basically the concept around the conversation was, how can you blog on how can you become a guest blogger? How can you write for other people's blogs? How can you write for other people's websites? And in the episode, she goes into a whole lot of detail around exactly how you look for guest blogging opportunities, how to know what websites actually pay for guest bloggers, so that's a thing in case you didn't already know that. And she talks about how to approach different websites and the strategy to take when you're actually pitching a story idea. And I wanted to mention it to you guys today because I think it's a really important one. It reminded me of when I was a personal trainer and I was trying to get the word out as to what my specialty was and trying to get some media coverage in local magazines and websites and stuff like that. And there's two great websites, and we actually talk about it on the show. One is called sourcebottle.com. And the other one, which Amanda told me about, is called, hang on, I need to look at my notes so I get this right, Help a Reporter. And so both of those sites, you can actually go on there and you can submit articles that you have written that you want to perhaps get out there in the media, or you can apply to respond or write to articles that different journalists or different publications have actually put up there that they're looking for expert commentary on a particular topic. So you might log onto one of those websites and find that Women's Health magazine is looking for someone to comment on how to write winter programming for females 25 to 39, or whatever the case may be. So these websites basically are out there and exist as a way that you can connect with potential viewers, listeners, anything at all, and a fantastic way for you to actually get known as an expert in your specific field. So if you want to check out some detail around that, then I really encourage you to jump over to fitnessbusinesspodcast.com. You can check out show 127 with Amanda Vogel, and she's the expert. I'm just skimming the surface. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an idea about the show, but jump on over, take a listen to that show, and you can download the transcript as well. Okay, a lot of information today. I think we're just about done. If anyone did already listen to that show, because I've got some really good feedback, maybe give me a bit of a thumbs up right now so that I know that you've already listened or you are planning on listening to that show. Okay, what else? I think we're nearly there. So that's pretty much it for FBP Live episode number 5. Coming up this week, I've got an In the Trenches interview with Kristen Green from Aquafit. So I've got an Aussie on the show, which is pretty unusual these days. So I cannot wait to release that interview with Kristen. It's coming up this Wednesday, and she gives us some really great insights into her role within the business. She has been there for a long time, and she's got amazing experience. So we talk about longevity in a role, and she gives us some great advice around how to keep people and staff members in your business for longer. So it's an In the Trenches interview. It's coming out this Wednesday. It's show 128 with Kristen Green. I'm going to be seeing you guys in a couple of weeks' time for FBP Live episode 6. But in the meantime, keep an eye out, because during the week I may just pop up on Facebook Live with a few updates live from Club Industry. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you around very, very soon.